Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So this evening we continue reading from the 16th chapter of the Bhagavad-Gita as it is, sloka number 4. In my Bhagavad-Gita it is page 662. Please repeat after me. Dhamba, Darpa, Abhimana, Krodha, no, Cha, Krodha, Parushyam, Eva, Cha, Ajnanam, Chabijatasya, Parta, Sampadam, Asurim, Dambodarpa Bimanascha, Krodha Parushyam Evacha, Ajnanam Chabijatasya, Parta Sampadam Asurim. Word for word meaning? Dambha, pride. Darpa, arrogance. Abhimana, conceit. Cha, and Krodha, anger. Parushyam, harshness. Eva, certainly. Cha, and Ajnanam, ignorance. Cha, and Abhijatasya, of one who is born of. Partha, O son of Prita. Sampadam, the qualities. Asurim, the demoniac nature. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demoniac nature, O son of Prita. Everybody please repeat. Pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demoniac nature, O son of Prita. Purport. In this verse, the royal road to hell is described. The demoniac want to make a show of religion and advancement in spiritual science, although they do not follow the principles. They are always arrogant or proud and possessing some type of education or so much wealth. They desire to be worshipped by others and demand respectability, although they do not command respect. Over trifles, they become very angry and speak harshly, not gently. They do not know what should be done and what should not be done. They do everything whimsically according to their own desire, and they do not recognize any authority. These demoniac qualities are taken on by them from the beginning of their bodies in the wombs of their mothers. And as they grow, they manifest all these inauspicious qualities. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purport on the 16th chapter, text 4 of the Bhagavad-Gita as it is, the divine and demoniac natures. Amagyanantimirandasya Gyanangyana Salakaya Chaksurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalang Shri Gurung Vaisnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaniswari Visabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kipasindhuvya evacha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaisnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Adi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Dambodharpa Vimanascha Krodha Parushyam Evacha Agyatang Chabijatasya Parta Sampadam Asurim. Pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demoniac nature, O son of Pritha. So here in the sloka being read this evening, we are given few of the characteristics or qualities of a demoniac person. Those whose nature are opposed to the mode of goodness. Those who are in the mode of goodness, they are godly or divine, and those who are opposed or the opposite of the godly nature, that means they are in the demoniac nature. And as the chapter implies, the divine and demoniac nature. How do we know if one is in the demoniac nature? It will be exhibited by the qualities that they do, or the activities that they perform. And the number one here in the description is being proud. Pride is there. Those people who are proud actually are envious. They think they have more than others. And if they don't have it, then they'll make arrangements so that they will have better or more than others. Pride, dambha. In the third sloka of the Shikshastakam, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave so much importance about humility. So the opposite of being proud is being humble. If you are proud, it's difficult to be humble. Probably more prominently is non-existent, the humility. In that verse, Trinadapi Sunichena Taroriba Sahisnuna Amanena Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. This is the nature of a devotee, a godly personality. A devotee is automatically humble because he knows that he is insignificant compared to the Supreme Lord. He understands that his nature is to serve, not to become the master. Those who are proud, they think that they are the master, and some of those who are in this mode, their followers, they will even tell their followers, well, if you want to worship me as God, no problem. He can do so. Unlike a devotee, he's always put himself in a lower position. He understands that the nature of the Supreme Lord is great and he is minuscule, very small. We have examples of those personalities who are proud, too much in their capacity, even though they know that they cannot really have that power. Just like Hiranyakashipu, who is the king of demons. He's so proud. He thought that he will never be killed by anyone. He thought that he will never die after getting that boon from Lord Brahma. Well, there's a saying also in English, even a pauper is proud of his penny. Everyone is proud in this material world. That's why we're still here. What we should develop is to curtail this being proud by being a devotee, and it starts from chanting. Anyone who tried to chant sincerely the holy name of the Lord, he cannot be proud because it will not work. One may chant for thousands and thousands of lifetimes. If he is proud, one can be proud due to his knowledge, to his wealth, to his beauty, to his strength, through his experience. But the devotee understood that everything he has are given to him by the Supreme Lord, and he uses everything for the service of the Supreme Lord. So, yes, the demoniac in nature, they are very, very proud. And therefore, one must be very careful to curtail this immediately. Even the author of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he says that I am lower than the worm in the stool. There is also one great Vaishnava, one of the 6 Goswamis, Gopal Bhatt Goswami. He requested Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, please don't mention my name in the book Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's the opposite. A person who's in demoniac in nature, he wants his name to be heard all the time. He wants his name to be heard by everybody. Tell them to be quiet. You go outside and tell them. I don't know why they have to shout. In Vrindavan, this is normal. The way how they talk is like this. As if shouting. It's not demoniac in nature or harsh. There's another description here. Arrogance. Arrogance is part of being proud. Arrogance. Like those who are arrogant, they don't submit to anybody. They don't bow down to the Lord. They don't bow down to the sadhus. They don't accept authorities. Demoniac personalities, they think that they are the authority. They don't want to accept anybody. They think that whatever they know, that is sufficient enough. Conceit. Conceit means not straightforward. Conceit means pretentious. Conceit means also a liar. These are the nature of a demoniac personality. They don't know what is the truth, and therefore they speculate a lot. They think or they show that they are very knowledgeable. But for those who are not knowledgeable also, they think that whoever is that personality who's leading them, as there's another saying, blind leading the blind. That is the nature of demoniac personality. He's blind of spiritual knowledge, and he pretend to others that he is very knowledgeable. He's good in word jugglery. Oh yes, he's being very, very high, elevated subject matter. Yeah, I cannot understand. It must be good. Right? Oh yes. Whoa, that's far out. I cannot figure out what he's saying. These demoniac personalities who are pretenders or in conceit, yes, in front of public, they show a different face, but then after, in private life, they have a different life. So that is conceit. A devotee, no, there is no private life. Whatever they show, that's the way it is. Like Prabhupada, he doesn't have a private life. Everybody sees what he's doing 24 hours a day. He's engaged in Krishna consciousness fully. For a devotee, we don't have vacation, we don't have holidays. For the demoniac personalities, every day is a holiday. Every day is a vacation. If they have a break, no, they don't have a break because they always want to enjoy. They always want pleasure. They always want sense enjoyment. But for a devotee, no. We don't say, oh, I'm going to Mexico, one of the beaches there for the weekend. We're going to Hawaii. No, every day. We don't. I mean, our office is open every day. It's not that there's a break. So, yes, conceit. This is one of the qualities of a demoniac personality. He pretend what he is supposed to be, but he is not. Anger. Yes, he's always angry because most of the times he's not able to get what he wants. A person becomes angry because he wants something and he's not able to obtain it. And therefore, he's always angry. Devotees also sometimes they become angry, but they become angry not for their own benefit. They become angry if they see someone who is like a devotee, fellow devotee, who's being blasphemed, criticized, then he will defend. But for himself, if he's being blasphemed or criticized, he will not. He will not retaliate. He will think that, oh, I must have done something to this personality before in my previous life. Now I'm getting my reaction. Yes, a devotee also gets angry if the Lord is being offended, criticized, or blasphemed. Just like Hanuman, he uses his anger to defend Lord Ram, Sita Devi. But for a demoniac personality, every time he is angry, he may smile a little bit, but that smile is part of his anger. I've seen devotees, even they're angry, they're still smiling. Right? But for the a demoniac personality, they're always angry, and when they smile, that is also part of their anger. Again, it's the opposite. Harshness, very harsh. Harsh means like, this is in the mode of passion. Harsh means like very, very abrupt, very quick in making decision, not thinking. One who's in the mode of goodness, before he decides something, he will think 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and he will ask also opinions from others who are well knowledgeable, well educated. Just like the kings in the Vedic times, the leaders, they have an assembly of brahmanas who know the sastras, and they will be asked what to do. I'm making a decision. What do you think? Even Lord Krishna, he had a personal advisor, Uddhava, to show an example. Unlike the leaders today, they're what you called blind leaders in the demoniac nature. So there are two kinds of living beings in this world, divine and demoniac. And in Kali Yuga, practically 99% are in this demoniac nature. In Satya Yuga, mostly divine in nature. In Kali Yuga, we're in the wrong age, but if one is engaged in Sankirtan movement, that becomes 180 degrees overturn. It becomes like golden. So now, yes, the leaders are considered as blind because the nature that they exemplify is that of demoniac. They're the ones who try to increase the sinful activities of everyone or the citizens. The symptoms of leaders in Kali Yuga is that they're the ones in the garb of leaders, they're the one who will be robbing the people. They're the one who will be the thieves. It's like the president of a country. He will earn a lot. He will earn a lot of money per month. And this is coming from the citizens. Now, the duty of the ruler is to protect the citizens and to ensure that the citizens become spiritually advanced. On the other hand, no, they try to promote sinful activities to the highest degrees. Intoxication, no problem. You want to get this, you want to get that. Okay, we'll tax you. You want to eat meat? Okay, we're not going to stop slaughterhouses. We'll tax them more. Gambling is legal. Intoxication, they slaughter animals. So what can you expect in the society? Instead of the citizens become more and more inclined into a spiritual path and the mode of goodness, they become more and more degraded. And this is not very good. So, yes, because of they are being in ignorance. Ignorance means you don't know what to do and you don't know what to do. So, Srila Prabhupada is very hopeful that at least in the society there should be a class of Brahmanas, a Brahminical class, to be examples and to teach others. So this is in the 7 purposes of our movement when Srila Prabhupada registered our movement in the Constitution. This is the main goal of the movement, to educate people at large by publishing books, teaching them the knowledge about the nature of the soul, and help them become ultimately Krishna conscious so that they will go back home, back to Godhead. If a person in human platform will not be able to be educated or wanted to inquire or do some research how to mitigate one's sufferings, pain, how to stop repeated birth and death. It says in the Srimad Bhagavatam that he is killer of the soul, Atmaha. But in the Bhagavad-Gita it says, well, the soul cannot be cut into pieces, it cannot be killed, it's eternal, it's spiritual, so how can you kill the soul? How is it possible? Cannot be withered by the wind, cannot be burned by fire. So how is that one becomes a killer of the soul? One becomes a killer of the soul, that means it's demoniac. If he does not understand the purpose of human form of life. The purpose of human form of life is to inquire about the Absolute. Atato Brahma Jignasa. Not just the goal of life is to get more and more money and enjoy the objects of the senses with the senses. So, yes, it is the prime duty of everyone to become Krishna conscious and help others to become Krishna conscious as well. To get this demoniac. Actually, everyone is a devotee. Even the demons are devotees. They just become covered up. Demons, another meaning of demon is that he does not want to follow the instructions. He does not want to acknowledge the supremacy of God. And therefore, he doesn't want to follow the instructions of the Supreme Lord. Then he's a demon. But ultimately, because we're all created by one Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, and therefore everyone is a devotee. It just become covered up because of the misidentifying this body as the self. The more one becomes covered up by the modes of material nature, then the more he exemplifies or exhibits these qualities. Further on, we'll read more about these different qualities of demons. Unlike in the Chaitanya Charitamrita also, there is a description of 26 qualities of a devotee, of a pure devotee. So here we'll be able to understand later on these different qualities of a demon. They are demon in nature because of the qualities that they exhibited, and especially because being covered up by the modes of material nature. Ultimately, the demoniac personality is that he is under the control of his mind. The devotee, he controls the mind. The demon, he is under the control of the mind. Whatever the mind says, even though it is opposed to the scriptures, to the law of man, to the law of society, to the laws of God, he doesn't care. That is a demon. A devotee, he follows the law, he abides by the scriptures, he follows the law of nature, he follows the laws of God, he follows everything. There was one story, Srila Prabhupada, they had a program, a scheduled program at one of the universities in Florida. And it was early in the morning, the program. So the devotees, they came early. And the devotee who's driving the car, because no one is around, so he wanted to park in a no parking zone. But Prabhupada says no, he says no parking, you cannot park here. But the devotee says, but no one is around. Right? In India they will do that, of course, anywhere. I was in Russia, because there's lack of parking in Russia, in Moscow. They will park anywhere they'll find a space, and they will have their telephone number in front of the dashboard. So if they need to be, moved, they'll just call that number. Mr. Prabhupada is a real gentleman. A devotee is automatically a gentleman. A gentleman means he's clean. He's very polite. He understands that, yes, I have to follow. No one is seeing. No, I still have to follow. A demoniac in nature, even everybody is seeing, he will still do it. It's completely the opposite. So ultimately, the demoniac mentality, yes, Prabhupada says, we have to kill the demons, not with the guns. Otherwise we'll go to jail. We kill the demoniac mentality. Hare Krishna. We kill the demoniac mentality, change that to become a devotee. Ultimately, all of us has that demoniac mentality. And it can be cleansed, it can be changed, especially with hearing and chanting the holy name of the Lord. Prabhupada says, the main reason why we're still in the material world, because we're all criminals. You know what criminal means? Criminal means, you did something opposed to the law of man or law of God previously. So now is like the process of cleansing. That's why we are still here. And hoping against hope, this mind, which according to Arjuna is more difficult to control than the raging wind. Why is it that we cannot learn? It's like a dog going inside the kitchen. He was beaten up with a stick by the owner of the house, because the owner of the house knew that the dog will eat their food. He was beaten up very, very hard. So the dog will come out. Then after some time, the dog will come back again, knowingly that he'll be beaten up by the stick of the owner. So the mentality of the demoniac personalities is like this. They don't learn. They know that they're suffering. As Prabhupada says, actually there is no such thing as enjoyment in this material world. Everything is suffering. The enjoyment is part of our suffering. So-called enjoyment. So we have to learn, and we are able to do that with the help of devotees, especially those who are realized devotees. If we hear from them, especially this Bhagavad-Gita, the instructions from the Bhagavad-Gita is good for all time, not just for the age of Kali, for all time, for all classes of people in different natures. For those who wants to become free from the cycle of repeated birth and death, the importance of Bhagavad-Gita is very much needed. For those who wants to increase their love towards Krishna, Bhagavad-Gita is very much needed. Everyone. So we're very fortunate somehow. We're able to study these different natures, and we can grade ourselves. Actually, there is a rod. There's a measuring rod for everyone. For him to be enabled, for him to understand how much he is covered up, Prabhupada says the measuring rod is that how much there is pride in you. The more one is covered up by the material energy, the more he is proud. The more the material energy's covering is being uplifted and being cleansed in our heart, that means that being proud is being exchanged into becoming humble. And Prabhupada says being humble means doesn't mean you sit in the corner. Doesn't mean, you're always like this. And you're sitting in the corner and you don't talk. That's not what humble means. Being humble or humility means you come forward. You be bold. Because you know knowledge, and you have to tell what is right and what is wrong, what is to be done and what is not to be done. Being humble doesn't mean you know what is meant to be done, what is correct, what is right, and you just sit in the corner. That's not being humble. You come forward and you have to tell, Prabhuji, I'm so sorry, but what you're doing is not proper. This is how you should do it. That is humility. But you do it in a nice way. Not in a, hey Prabhu, are you crazy? You don't know what you're going to, get out of here, get. That is, go. We don't want you here. Get out. No, that is a mode of ignorance. And that is demoniac in nature. Because you're being proud. Being humble says, Prabhuji, please, don't do it again next time. There's a certain way how to correct things. You don't do it like in a harsh way. You don't put him on the spot. You let him do it, but then later on, when you see him, Prabhuji, I just noticed you did something wrong. Of course, if you are junior, then it's difficult to do that, right? So there's a certain way how to do that also. You can tell the in charge or the authority that, Prabhuji, I just noticed something wrong that happened. I'm so junior, but if I see this, how can I learn more? It is not correct. So I'm just letting you know. There's a way how to do it. Or you can say to that person, Prabhuji, you're more senior than me, but this is very rare. You're very, very senior to me, but I just noticed that this is done. But you need a lot of humility to do this. You cannot like, say, Prabhuji, you're very senior, but what are you doing? There's a certain way how to do this. So that is being humble. It's not being proud. Proud means, whoa, you have envy. So, as Prabhupada says here in the purport, this is the royal road to hell. Why is that? Royal road to hell. You're going to hell and it's a royal road. It should be bumpy, right? It should be like, it should be rocky road. Where is that again? In this verse, the royal road to hell is described. So you have to check yourself. The demoniac personalities, they think that they're like, everything is fine, nothing is wrong. But they didn't know that actually they're going down, down, down. For those who want to recover from the disease, material disease, they struggle a lot. It's like it's easier. Have you noticed when you go up, climb the mountain, it's very difficult. But going down, it's fast. Right? So it's the same thing. Going back home, back to Godhead, is not that easy, and at the same time, it is not that difficult at the same time. Because it is our nature. Our nature is spiritual. Going back to Godhead is our goal. It is more difficult to make plans how to enjoy the material energy. But they think that, oh, everything is cool. You ask them, how are you doing? You ask anybody, how are you? I'm good. Everything is fine. Because everything is working according to my plan. Devotees, they accept, oh, Prabhuji, I'm struggling. Have you heard a devotee saying like that? Or you've heard the same thing. How are you, Prabhu? Everything is good. Everything is fine. No problem. But that's not true. Well, they will say, oh, by your mercy, everything is fine, Prabhuji. No, we have to work hard. We have to struggle a lot. Both are struggling. The demoniac, they're struggling, but they think that struggle, everything is smooth. Because they think everything is under my control. The devotee, they're struggling and they accept out of humility. They don't have any pride. They understand that, yes, I need help. They accept. Without the Lord's mercy, without the devotees' blessings, I'm not be able to make it. So, yeah, royal road to hell. So we have to check ourselves, huh? When you read this passage, inside there is a demon also, and there is a devotee inside. That demon is the demoniac mentality. Was that? There is a story of a black dog and a white dog. I forgot that story. It has something to do with that. You remember that dog? Huh? Two dogs. One good dog, one dog. Yeah. Yeah. So, yes, but ultimately the soul is pure. It is just the way it's a perspective. It's the way we view things. It's the way we see things that it makes. If we see things for my own benefit, for my own good, for my sense enjoyment, that is demoniac. If we see things for the pleasure of the Lord, for the service of the devotees, that is divine. As soon as we think that this is meant for me, for my own enjoyment, then that is demoniac. Because that will lead for further implication, more karma in this world. So hope against hope, by the mercy and protection of the Supreme Lord, especially Lord Nishingadev, that the propensity to enjoy in this material world may be uprooted as soon as possible. Then that demoniac mentality in our body, because that's part of our body, the mind, will be cleansed. Hare Krishna. We'll stop here. Any question? Yes, sir. Karabajan Prabhu.
More than 6 months, a devotee who is not learning, he is doing nonsense. He knows I am doing nonsense.
He knows?
He knows I am doing nonsense.
Okay.
But still he is chanting and doing everything, but he cannot give up that nonsense.
Okay.
So how we can treat him? I went to him, but he doesn't want to talk. How we should rectify that person?
As long as he is chanting, there is hope for him. Because chanting is so pure that there is no impurities that the chanting will not make it pure. Do you understand? Be patient. If Lord Krishna is so patient on us, we've been here how many millions of lifetimes? How many millions of Lord Brahma? If Lord Krishna is that patient, He's just waiting. We should be also. A devotee is very persevere. He's very caring. A devotee is very hopeful that hope against hope, someday that demoniac mentality again will be gone. See, when we chant the holy name of the Lord, there must be a purpose. Not just to cleanse our heart, not just to become free from sinful reaction, but ultimately to attain love of God. So, if that person, again, becomes sincere, in no time, he'll become properly aligned in the right direction. Prabhupada is very, very patient. He's very compassionate. He knew the mentality of us. If he immediately says, "Oh, this is no use," we will not be here. There's no ISKCON. It's like the depth of compassion of a pure devotee is unlimited. We should be compassionate. We may say that he is the worst devotee that I've ever seen, or I've ever met, but the worst devotee is better than the best karmi. Karmi. Materialist. The worst devotee that you'll ever find in your life will still be far more greater and better than any big materialist out there who doesn't chant, who doesn't bow down to the Lord, who doesn't follow any rules and regulations. He has his ticket, but he may not fly immediately. He may get stranded, but he has a ticket, plane ticket to go back home, back to Godhead.
I feel pity on that person.
Yes, you try to help him. You try to help him. You approach him in such a way that, Prabhuji, you need anything? Is there anything I can do for you? Let me know, anytime.
He doesn't want to come here. When you see me, he does like this.
Huh?
When you see me, he does like this.
Okay.
Okay, but I feel pity on that person.
Yeah, you pray for him. That's the best you can do. Yes, sir. Oh,
In the last purport.
last purport.
Last sentence in the purport.
Last sentence in the purport.
Demoniac quality is developed from the embryo of the mother. The womb of the mother. How it is possible?
Well, the qualities that he acquired is from the past life. It's a continuation. See, whatever you're doing right now, you are creating your next body. Because it is not finished yet, is not created yet, that's why you're still alive. So once your next body is ready, you'll take birth in a womb of a different mother. Now, it doesn't matter. It has to be a human form of life. It could be a lower species of life. So actually, we're creating our future right now. Whatever you're doing every day, you're creating your future. So once the baby is being coming from the semen of the father and joined, emulsified with the sperm of the wife, then the soul starts to reside in the womb. And that soul actually is not innocent. That soul's future is already within the body that will be created from the past. Prahlad Maharaj maybe have been born by the wife of the king of demons, but he is a great devotee. He was chanting. It was Ekadasi, and he was chanting in the temple of Lord Nishingadev. He didn't know that it was temple of Lord Nishingadev. He was chanting all night long. And he took birth in the womb. He's meant to take birth in the womb of the wife of Hiranyakashipu, but then he was taught Bhagavad Dharma while he was in the womb of his mother. He learned everything. So that's why it is very important that, especially our devotees, that if the wife becomes pregnant, or even before that, that they do Garbhadan Samskar, chant 50 rounds minimum before procreation. And while the baby is in the womb, you read from the Srimad Bhagavatam, then the baby actually is hearing that. So that's one way how to do that. So yes, it's being created because of the past. Mataji, give the microphone to her, please. Give the microphone to her.
It is said that demons are the killers of their souls, right?
Yes. You are considered to be that.
And the Bhagavad-Gita, chapter 2, verse 20 says that the soul is eternal. It can't be
Yeah,
killed.
you.
I don't understand.
No, that's why
They are killers and then the soul is
we
eternal.
explain it in the talk that because you'll miss the human form of life again. If in the human form of life you are not able to pursue the goal, which is self-realization, learn how to understand your position, who is God, who is Krishna, and what is your relationship with Krishna, then you will miss that human form of life, which in actuality is not really killing the soul because the soul is eternal, but you will miss going back to Godhead. And one doesn't know what will be his or her next life. It may take millions and millions of lifetimes again before you come to the human platform again. If you miss that, that means you are killer of the soul. But you didn't really kill the soul. But you're missing your chance to go back home, back to Godhead. That is the meaning of that. Yes, sir. Gadadhar. You have a question? You have a question? No.
Actually, regarding the question of Mataji, I just remember from Bhagavad-Gita, I don't remember which canto, that it is said that in the lower species, lower than human form of life, the soul is considered to be like dead because there is no expression.
Consciousness.
There is no
Consciousness is very low.
very, very, very low. Practically in the form of a tree or even a bird, practically there is no expression of Krishna consciousness at all. It's like a little machine. So the sages say that the soul is in a state of practically near to death. So that's why somebody who doesn't use his human form of life to improve his consciousness to God consciousness, then he's killing himself because he degraded in a lower form where he is completely unconscious. My question is,
Yes.
that a devotee knows a demon doesn't
Accept.
accept, I mean, he's not aware that whatever he has been given by God.
Yeah.
He will think this is my own,
Yeah, everything because of him.
yeah, like that.
He takes the credit.
Yeah. So, but a devotee or pious person,
Mm-mm.
he will think, yes, by the grace of God,
Yeah.
I am wealthy or I am talented or I
Mm-mm.
am
Mm-mm.
looking or something like that.
Sure.
And he may also be proud of that,
Yeah.
even thinking that it was given by God. So it becomes tricky because still he can be proud.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens in World War II. Is that there is no food. There is no food available. And then when because it's a war, World War II, then the government, they gave people some food. So then they asked the people, so who is better, your God or us? And the people says, no, you are better. Many became atheists because of this. Because we're praying to God and nothing is happening. But ultimately that was the arrangement also. So the demons are like this. They don't recognize or they deny the existence of God, and they consider themselves as God. They are the source of everything. They are the cause. They don't acknowledge that there is cause of all causes. Sarva karna karnam. So, yeah, one must be very careful in that way. Is that alright?
So it is a mix of demoniac mentality. If somebody is proud, even in a knowledgeable, even with the knowledge that I was favored by God, I'm great. So this is
that is a different kind of being. There's a different kind of being proud, prideness. Yeah, there's a different kind. What we're talking about here, being proud, is like, it's not. This is more in the mode of ignorance. There's a mixture here of passion and ignorance. Prabhupada says one should be proud of being a devotee. That is being proud. But if you are proud being a devotee and you don't help others to become a devotee, then that is demoniac. The best, we should be proud. I'm a devotee, I'm a member of ISKCON, I'm chanting Hare Krishna. Yes, there's nothing wrong of that being proud. That pride is good. But then, not to help others, then that is not good. Yes. Paraduka duki. Others, they practice spiritual life, but they don't care about others. Then that is not Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. Spread as much as possible. Continue helping others. This is the best way. If you can make one devotee in your life, your going back to Godhead is guaranteed. Why? Because he will be able to carry you. This is what happened with Prahlad Maharaj. Hiranyakashipu is the most, of course, he's giant Vijay, of course, but it's an example. If in your lifetime you can convince one person to follow this process, you going back to Godhead is certain. Even though if you are proud. Because someday you'll go back home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ke? Itai Gaur Premanande.